Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk, the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top 5 are correct, and make predictions for next week's top 5. So, this weekend, the movies opening up were Transporter Refueled and A Walk in the Woods, and my predictions for the top 5 this week would be that number 1 would be the Transporter Refueled, number 2 would be Straight Outta Compton, number 3 would be Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, number 4 would be No Escape, and number 5 would be Sinister 2. And of course, in traditional box office talk fashion, I messed up my predictions. Once again, only getting 1 out of my 5 predictions right, so let's go over what happened. Number 1 at the box office was, surprisingly, number 2 from last weekend, War Room, the faith-based movie, got number 1 this weekend and was able to take down Straight Outta Compton, which I'll get into that in a bit. So this movie this weekend made $9 million, and it has a total gross of over $24 million. And on a budget of $3 million, yeah, it made itself a really big profit. I watched the trailer for this movie, guys, after I uploaded Box Office Talk, and it looks so stupid. Like, watching that trailer just, wow, that was really bad, and the reviews say that this movie is really bad, yet people saw this more than Straight Outta Compton, which is getting better reviews. I don't know anymore, America. What's going on here? At number 2, as I mentioned, was Straight Outta Compton. Even though it did fall to the number 2 spot, it has made a lot of money. This weekend it made $8,850,000 with a total gross of over $147 million. That is very impressive for Straight Outta Compton. It's doing very well, and I'm glad, even though I haven't seen it yet, I'm glad that a movie with better reviews has made more money than movies that haven't gotten good reviews. War Room. Sorry. At number 3, we had A Walk in the Woods, a movie that I didn't really expect to be in the top 5. I thought maybe it would be at the number 6 spot, but I was wrong. It got number 3, and it made $8,400,000 with a total gross of $10 million, because it opened up on Wednesday, actually. So, counting this weekend, it made $8,400,000, but when it opened up Wednesday, the total gross is $10 million. And since it's on a budget of $8 million, it's got itself a profit, it's doing well. The reviews are but you know what? I'll give this movie a shot if I can give it a shot. Like, I want to see it, kind of. It looks a little interesting. I don't know. Hopefully, I can see it. At number 4 was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, making $7,150,000 with a total gross of $180 million. And I am so glad that this movie has gotten so much money, because it is one of my favorites of the whole year. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is frickin' boss. What surprised me was that all 4 of those movies were able to beat out the Transporter Refueled, only making $7,130,000 this weekend. And since it's on a budget of $22 million, I'm not really sure if it's going to be able to get its budget back. Even the first 3 Transporter movies, even though they didn't have the biggest gross as far as money goes, they did open up bigger than Transporter Refueled did this weekend, which I guess is a little disappointing. But since the movie wasn't that great anyways, who cares? Number 6 was No Escape. This weekend it made $5,445,000, and it has a total gross of $18 million. And Wikipedia still says the budget is $5 million, so I guess we're just going to have to go off that it made a big profit. The movie looks like it's really action-packed and expensive looking, but I guess it only cost $5 million. What do I know, I guess? At number 7 was The Man from Uncle, this weekend making $3,445,000 with a total gross of $39 million. It's getting little by little closer to $75 million, which is its budget, but there's no way it's going to make it there, and it's probably going to be pushed out of the top 10 very soon. Sorry, Guy Ritchie. This is what happens when you open with Straight Outta Compton. And at number 8 is a movie I have never heard of ever. It's called Un Gallo con Muchos Huevos, I guess, and it made $3,400,000. Good job, movie I've never heard of ever. You got number 8. At number 9 was the terrible Sinister 2, making $3,377,000, and it's gotten a total gross of $23 million. And since the budget was $10 million, I'm just waiting. I am waiting for them to announce Sinister 3 to happen. Even though the reviews weren't that good, I am just sitting here, I'm waiting for the news to come out. Hey, Sinister 3 is being made because the box office for these movies is so good. And finally, number 10, a movie that I forgot was opening up for a limited time once again, Inside Out, making $3,146,000, adding up to its total gross of $348 million, which is very good for Inside Out. I am glad that it made so much money, even though it did lose to Jurassic World, which is a tough thing to do. You know, trying to beat Jurassic World, the highest grossing movie of the year so far. I am glad that it made a lot of money. And finally, the predictions for next week's top 5. Now, there are only 2 movies that are opening up, The Perfect Guy and The Visit. There are a couple movies I'm not sure are opening in wide release, though, so if any unexpected movies come into the top 5 once again, then my bad. But number 1, I think, will be The Perfect Guy, which is basically The Boy Next Door, except not with Jennifer Lopez and not with a 20-year-old guy and no son, basically. Number 2 is M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's The Visit, which apparently is getting some pretty good buzz, so maybe I'll see it. Number 3, I think Straight Outta Compton will be able to stick up there. And number 4, I think, will be A Walk in the Woods. And closing it out is number 5, Rogue Nation. Now, I know last week I predicted that War Room was not going to be in theaters anymore, and I'm doing it again. Why? Because I am so uncertain of War Room's theatrical release, because I've never heard of this movie until last week. So I'm just gonna sit here and make my predictions without War Room. So take that! What is your predictions for next week's top 5? And I'm sorry, once again, no one got the predictions right for this weekend, because I guess no one predicted that War Room would still be number 1. Oh well. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.